I would say that's my favorite album, and that I still listen to that album today, and it's still like as soon as those drums kick in off the top in that song, it's like there's just so much energy to it. And I love how this song, the production of it changes so much. Like every couple bars, there's a new sound, and it just keeps changing.
Track number two.
Track number two, I would say Beastie Boys, Shake Your Rump. Basically anything off of Paul's Boutique, really. But that song really, when I heard that for the first time, and I was pretty young. I don't remember how old I was, but I was really young. And, that's sort of, at that time, rap music was sort of the music that I was getting into that was my own thing. Because it was sort of late 80s, and I was just becoming, like around 8 or 9, 10 years old. And you stop listening to what your parents are listening to. You find your own thing. And, like old school rap was new school at the time,
Yeah.
And
old school used to be new school.
Yeah, and so that was the cool new thing that I got into as my first sort of, that's my own kind of music, you know what I mean? So, and I would say that's my favorite album, and that I still listen to that album today, and it's still like as soon as those drums kick in off the top in that song, it's like there's just so much energy to it. I love how this song, the production of it changes so much. Like every couple bars, there's a new sound, and it just keeps changing. I've sort of tried to adopt that sort of style into some of our music as well, like the changing of just totally going to a different place that you wouldn't expect.
Is this something that like you said, that this is the period in your life that you start finding your own musical taste, not the music that your parents are listening to? Were there fights between you and your parents? Turn it down, or what kind of crap are you listening to?
I mean, yeah, there's always the typical you're playing it too loud when they're trying to sleep.
Was there a common ground musically between you and your parents?
Yeah, definitely. My mom's pretty young, and she listened to good music, so I got introduced to Cheap Trick and the Stones and Rod Stewart, all at a pretty young age. And at first, you don't really get it, but as I got it around like 14, 15, you realize that stuff is great music.